Yo, 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 what's up, good people? It's your boy Hoon Boon, and this is the Hold Up Show. Great awakening to all of God's people. I hope y'all are enjoying this blessed day that He has made. I hope y'all had a great weekend. I had a very relaxed weekend. I did absolutely nothing. I went to the gym Saturday morning. But other than that, I have literally been meditating since Thursday afternoon. And I had some thoughts that came across. I just had these feelings like, how would Jesus be treated today in these times? Because when I hear all these stories of biblical things and historical figures, I look to see, like, most of them were ridiculed or looked down upon, or mainly just not accepted while they were here, you know? It was like it wasn't until they were gone that they were celebrated. And it's not to say that no one celebrated them while they were here, or Jesus while he was here. It's not to say that when he performed certain miracles, that those that were able to witness those miracles did not fully appreciate, if only for that moment, or just appreciated that moment, that he was able to do that something God-like came through him. And made them bear witness that God is real. The kingdom of heaven is real. Angels are among us. I always wondered, while having these thoughts during these couple days, would I be able to stand up against the noise that he had to stand up against, of people not believing he was who he said he was, and he was about what he said he was about? Or would I have the strength that he had to stand up against the noise? I now know that we all possess that strength. That we all have that peace of God in us. I feel so many spirits around me. So many ancestors. Telling me to keep going. telling me to deliver these messages. Telling me there's nothing to be afraid of. Been feeling all these energies running through my body. Not really knowing how to feel about them. They keep telling me I'm here to heal people. That I'm here to teach. That I'm here to show them how to return. Back to the God within them. To be able to reach Him. to be able to really have those conversations with him. And it's like every time I felt like I was getting weak, he would send me a bunch of signs. That made me feel strong. And what I'm doing. And sometimes the signs would be so scary. They would be so scary. I would have to keep asking. Why'd he choose me? Sorry, y'all. I'm trying to get through this. I know I'm not special. I know I'm not different from any of his other children. But he's pushing me to do this. I noticed the very first step in my healing process was to recognize that I was damaged. You have to acknowledge the damage in order to start repairing. And I've been going one by one, repairing my damages. I knew I had to surrender. In order to be given the strength and the knowledge to repair what was damaged. And it's been a long, lonely road so far. But I also recognize that I've never been alone. They were always right there. Revealing themselves to me little by little. And he helped me recognize that damaged people look to damage other people. Without even knowing it. It isn't like the saying, hurt people, because hurt people know they're hurt. Damaged people don't know they're damaged. It sometimes takes an event or an occurrence to help them realize that they were damaged. Because hurt is an emotion. You hurt my feelings. I hurt my foot. I hurt something. I feel a little pain. Then it goes away. I'm not hurt anymore. But you can be hurt to a point that you're damaged. And you could get over the hurt, but the damage is still there. You didn't fix the damage. You didn't repair the damage. You just no longer feel the symptom of hurt. I look at it like a car. that's been in an accident. Yes, you can see that car has been in an accident, but it still runs perfectly fine. But the bumper is all smashed in, or the doors are all pushed in or dented, or the paint is all scratched off. But it's still driving, still moving, still getting from A to B. But the car is still damaged, whether externally or internally, it's still damaged. That's why they say, when you go looking for a car, and you want the Carfax report and whatever other information you can get on the car, the main thing that the ordinary person looks at is the accident report, because they know if it's been in an accident, no matter how good the repairs were, no matter how new you made it look again, it will never run the same as it did before it got damaged. And I think in people, we weren't meant to operate the same way before hurt or before damage that we was. Because you're only going to cause more damage. You're going to get hurt again, and you're going to cause more damage to the damage that was already done, or the damage you may have fixed. So of course you're not going to operate the same way. That car might not want to have the same pickup to go as fast. Or it might not want to go those long, meaningless distances anymore. I see throughout my life now, most of my damages came from other damaged souls. They may have overcome the hurt, but they never fixed the damage caused by it. And I forgive myself, and I appreciate my journey. Because without those damages, it wouldn't have brought me to him. I wouldn't have been able to discover myself through him in a different way. And it made me feel sorry for other people's damages. Because when I started to see their damages after addressing my own, it made me appreciate my journey that much more. Because those damages that I begin to see on others, I'm much happier having to deal with my own damages. Because I couldn't imagine having to deal with some of their damages. I look at my father, for instance. The amount of damage that he's probably still never looked to fix. that he tried to buy away his guilt or force some type of authority because he's guilty. He didn't never earn it with me. And it's like, yes, he's my father, but he is not my dad. He didn't earn that title. Whether through him or through outside circumstances, it just wasn't earned. And I think to myself, how damaged he has to be to cause conflict in a child of his life. Because the child didn't want his help or didn't chase him down for support or resources. That he would go out his way, given a chance, an unforeseen opportunity to try to inject his authority because of his guilt. And because of his rage or disappointment in me not seeking him out for his resources, or me not seeking him out to continue to hold him accountable. For his role in my life. That he would accept a Facebook message from a stranger, claiming that I had their child, that I'm the father, and that I abandoned them. And this person thinking that by reaching out to him, he's had some type of authority over me to make me surrender to the circumstances that she wanted me under. But always leaving out the manipulation, the bad intentions from the start, and the role they played for it to get to those circumstances. Somebody's talking about me. That his guilt and his damage triggered him to overstep his bounds and caused more damage in a life that he never poured life into, never poured lessons into, never poured discipline or structure into, so that more chance than not, a circumstance like this wouldn't have the chance to occur. No, he tried to approach it with some sort of parental iron hand that he never earned. And he entertained this stranger for months before he even made me aware that the person even reached out to him. Just took whatever they said and ran with it. Didn't even ask for my side of the story. And it's like partly because I feel he didn't earn the equity with me to even come to me to try to question me, to feel as though he deserved to get my side of the story. He just took it upon himself, man that has never been in my life, to all of a sudden try to dictate what I should be doing, triggered by his guilt and damage for not being there for me. And maybe he's seen a cycle that he wanted to end. But he didn't know how to go about it in his own damaged state. So he resorted to the behaviors that he always probably resorted to, which was he was going to try to assume control and dictate the situation when he had no authority. It's like also with these so-called friends that I used to have. It's like how damaged do you have to be to throw away 30 years of loyalty just so you can fuck someone else damaged? Then I look at this woman that I used to deal with. And I think how damaged you had to be to drug somebody's food and drinks just so you can fuck niggas in the middle of the night without them knowing. To the point that you really could have killed me if God didn't save me. If God didn't have other plans for me, that I could have ended up dead because you wanted to put enough drugs in my food to make sure that I didn't pop up and catch you doing what you was doing just to fuck a nigga, when you could have just said you want to be promiscuous, you want to live whatever life. No, you tried to hold on to me like some property because you was too damaged to be honest with yourself about who you are. It like always goes back to that story. Like, we don't know like when you was in school, there were kids in the slow class, right? The learning disability class, the special education section. But once you get out of that classroom, because this is no disrespect to people with special needs or learning disabilities or anything like that, because I don't think they have a disability. I just think they learn differently, or that they learn at another pace than others, because society wants to clump everyone into this box, and if you don't fit into the box, then you have a disability or you got a special need. when school is over and class is done, you can't tell who was in the special needs class, who was in the learning disability class, apart from the quote-unquote regular normal kids. And that's the same thing in life. You can't look at a person and tell they're damaged until that damaged behavior affects you. Because we all got problems. We all got skeletons. We all got things that we don't want to address or we want to bury. But it's just certain lines and certain things that even damaged people know they should never ever cross. Or like this woman that ran off with my kid for 10 years just to pop up with her damaged behavior, no accountability for her actions, and just blame me for everything that transpired. But not telling people, hey, this ex-boyfriend either beat the shit out of me, did whatever he did to make sure I lost that baby, and now I'm damaged with baby fever that I don't care who or what impregnates me, I'm taking the baby, it's mine. But then, I guess life got hard. Or you wanted to take advantage of a situation that was in your favor and go run to a court, not because you want me involved, but just because you want my monetary support. Not that you want me involved in the child's life. Not that you want to give up custody if you're so financially strapped. No, you just want my monetary support for your own personal gain because you don't want to have accountability for your actions. You're damaged. You need to go fix yourself. So now you're trying to attach your damaged traits onto this innocent child under the guise of me as the bad guy. Or that this other female is so damaged by her uncle's girlfriend prostituting her for more crack, that you now have a sex addiction that you rather ignore and place blame on me because you're overly promiscuous and you're trying to hide it from the public, or you're trying to wear the mask until the nighttime, or until whenever you can sneak away and be the damaged person you are. Or like this other individual who went through whatever he went through and he lost a part of himself that he can never get back. And he never fixed that damage within himself. But look at me, like I'm the source of his problems, or I'm something to compete against because he doesn't feel good about himself. Or like my mother, damaged from her own fatherless abandonment or lack of identity, that your heart is so damaged that when you didn't have the girl you wanted, you took it out on the boy you had. By a man you despised. You can't see the damages on people. I couldn't see that I was damaged that my nerves were so bad. Being raised by a drill sergeant instead of a mother, who then gravitated to a woman that I thought was loving, only to find that she was damaged by her own promiscuous behavior, because she dreamed of a Stepford wife life that she was never ready for, or that she never actually wanted once she got it. So instead of saying, I no longer want this, you rather go cheat because you're damaged. And it's like, disregard everyone else's feelings that's involved in any of these situations, because selfishly, through your damaged desires, these people went and performed whatever actions they needed to do to satisfy their own selfish, damaged needs. Just like I attach myself to damaged people because of my own selfish, damaged needs of wanting to be wanted or wanting to be a part of something that I never needed to be a part of, or that never defined me. Like, you know how damaged you have to be 50 years old to threaten someone, to say that you're really a gangster? You're 50 something years old. Why are you still trying to be a gangster? You're in your second childhood. That's a form of damage. And now I know, in order to heal, you have to address what's damaged. You have to fix what's damaged. I had a problem with emotions, a problem feeling, a problem displaying love, a problem receiving love, because I was damaged from another person that was damaged. And it took me 40 something years to recognize damage needed to be fixed, not hurt. that needed to be overcome because I was way past the hurt years ago, but never fixed the damage. And it's like, I love these people enough to tell them, because the people that don't love them will never tell them. They will just manipulate their damaged behavior to their own selfish benefits. I often found myself trying to heal and pour more love into shit that I recognized was damaged, even though I couldn't look in the mirror at my own damages and fix them at the time. To the point that it left me spiritually, emotionally, mentally, and physically depleted. And I'm just thinking it's life, and I'm just rolling with the punches. And it brings me back to that, how was Jesus moving day to day? Out here with good intentions, spreading the word, moving with love, just for those same people that he loved and showed good intentions for and performed miracles towards, to turn around and call him crazy. When he finds out just how damaged they are and just how damaged their behavior was towards them or towards him. I've had to sleep in the snow. I've had to sleep in stolen cars. I had to sleep in abandoned houses, empty garages, hiding in basements. And through all that, I survived. Damaged as hell, but I survived. And I think about some of these people that I've ran across in my life. And I know they not harder than me. I know they wouldn't be able to survive what I survived. I know emotionally, physically, mentally, they wouldn't be able to do it. Just for me to prosper how people thought you should prosper in this fake world. Yeah, I still graduated. Yeah, I still went to college. Yeah, whenever the one door was closed by foreseen or unforeseen circumstances, I created another. But that's not the life that I wanted. It's what I was built to survive. I just didn't know I was built to survive it until I actually had to survive it. Whole time not even recognizing how damaged I was. And how damaged those I gravitated to was. The damage leading the damaged. And it's like, I'm saying all this not to disrespect anybody, not to have anyone look down on anyone. This is just from a place of a healing soul that's coming with love. Because my intentions was always with love. This father of mine, I never held anything against him. And he came into my life, and the first chance he could get, he caused chaos for a stranger. It's like you already wasn't there for me. Now you come back, or you call yourself coming back, just to choose a stranger over your child. I've been loyal to niggas and looked out for niggas for decades, just for them to decide one day busting this nut is worth throwing away all that. Loved this mother, tried to reconcile with her over and over again, tried to see what the issue is, just for her to turn around and give me her ass to kiss every chance she got, because she don't want to face her damage. Father that don't want to face his damage guilt. Family full of emotional damage because they don't express love to nobody. No hugs, no I love yous, no nothing. That's just the atmosphere reason. Like, how is that going to be a nurture? How is that you going to raise a kid in that and say it takes a community when the community is all fucked up and not spreading no love? Like, it's like I didn't even want to make this video, but it had to be done. It had to be done. It had to be done. Because I believe it's part of the reason why he saved me. Because I honestly think if it was any other normal person, they would have been gave up, or they would have been dead, or they would have been in jail, or they would have been committed suicide, or they would have just gave up, just surrendered to the demons and the damage that just kept coming. And it was funny because it was like these so-called friends called themselves trying to, thinking that they were going to bully me into changing my mind about them backstabbing me. Like, what? 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 All that I've been through? Why do you think you can bully me into doing anything? Your conscience got you that fucked up. The mirror of your damaged ways got you that fucked up that you think you can bully somebody out of not seeing that you damaged? It's like, no, you need love. You need to go somewhere and heal yourself. Go somewhere and admit that you're fucked up and you need to heal. Like, seriously. Niggas telling me that they don't want to lose me but didn't appreciate me when they had me. It was like a time that I remember I went to this so-called chick house out the blue, popped up, she in the bedroom with a nigga. She literally threw the nigga out while I'm sitting right there on the couch with her cousins. She half just in a nightgown in the room. This nigga being pushed out the door looking at me. I'm sitting on the couch smirking just for her to get in the room and tell me, oh, that's not what you thought it was. What? Me and my damage dash. Oh, yeah. Suck my dick so I can get out of here. You want to sit up here and tell me that you just wasn't in here fucking a nigga and that ain't what I thought it was. Like, what? Just amazes me that when you just let people live, how far they go with it. What they say, you let a motherfucker slide one time, they start figure skating. And these souls that came into my life, parental, like from birth on down, I let them slide to the point that they start figure skating because I didn't want to put them in their place out of love. Out of blind loyalty. Look, I share all this because I'm hoping that this can help somebody. I'm hoping that this can heal somebody. Just one person. It don't matter who it is in this world. If I can get one person to say I helped heal them, it was all worth it. It was all worth it. I survived all that shit that I survived. God took me through all that. If it was just to save one person, I'm fine with that. So it's your boy Hoon Boom. This is the Hold Up Show. And I'm going to continue doing what God told me to do. Every day he comes show me. Every day. Nobody will understand. They will not understand what he showed me. Don't be afraid to heal. So I hope this helps who needs to be helped. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Let's heal together, you know? My journey ain't over. It really just started. And he must have chose me because maybe he see that I got the balls to do it. Love is love. Hashtag he saved me. Hashtag faith.